Really good to have you with us, Professor. What do you make of Kamala Harris's interview with Fox News, which arguably is almost openly supporting a Donald Trump presidency?
Well, I think what this is a representation of the fact that the Democrats feel the need to actually try new things, to actually reach new audiences, and that's what this is about, because the polls are so tight. So she has deliberately taken herself into the lion's den to actually demonstrate that she can do combative, unscripted interviews like this. And then she's also used this platform to actually say there will be a break from the Biden administration, because opinion poll after opinion poll shows that actually what candidates want is change. And they think that Donald Trump represents more of an opportunity for change than does Harris. So what we see here is, with just over 2 weeks to go, her taking the opportunity to say, I will break with the Biden administration. I will do things differently. I will take a bipartisan approach. I will bring in ideas from business. I will bring a new generation of ideas. All of those ideas are part of this message, which is trying to shore up the idea that she is this change candidate. And she also talked, interestingly, about running against Washington, D.C. I'm not from Washington, D.C. I'm from California, and therefore I'm not immersed in the ideas of Washington, and I'm open to ideas from all over the country. So it was a deliberate attempt to actually take the fight in a different way to a different audience.
Well, as you say, we're less than 3 weeks away until Americans go to the polls. But what are the chances that at this late stage Kamala Harris can win the support of die-hard Trump supporters? Or is this more about appealing to those undecideds?
She's not going to win die-hard Trump supporters. The race is fixed and has been really for quite a long time into two entrenched camps, which represents most of the vote. So there's a tiny amount of people in the middle who are yet to make up their mind finally. But it's partly also about getting the vote out, about actually motivating people to get off their sofas and go and vote for her, or actually to stay on their sofas and think, maybe I won't vote for Trump after all, even though I've indicated through opinion polls that that is the person I would vote for. So in these last 2 weeks, given how close it is all to play for, and new messaging to new audiences, actually demonstrating that she can be a forceful, articulate person who can talk unscripted, are a way to try and generate those tiny amounts of votes that may well make the difference. It could come down to tens of thousands of votes in the end. And so every effort, every new initiative is regarded as valuable. And they're willing to try anything at this stage because just now it's too close to call.
It sure is. And we know that it was only in July that Joe Biden announced that he wouldn't be running for a second term, essentially anointing Kamala Harris as his preferred candidate. It's not a lot of time in which Kamala Harris has had to campaign. What do you make of her performance in this very short time?
Well, it is remarkable. I mean, Donald Trump has dominated American politics for 10 years. He has been, even out of office, he has dominated the news cycles. He is a person that everyone knows, and everyone knows, well, think they knows what he stands for. So she has had a remarkably short amount of time to get herself out there, and she has closed the gap between the Republicans and the Democrats that was existent when Biden left. Biden was in free fall. The Democrats were set to lose not just the White House, but both houses of Congress badly as a consequence of the way in which he was in the polls. So she has done a remarkable job in a very short space of time to actually bring the polls back to an even position and to be on the cusp of having the possibility of winning this race. It's not certain who will vote. It's really impossible to call that. But what she has done is give the Democrats a fighting chance in a way in which Biden wasn't able to do after that disastrous debate meant that his support plummeted like a stone.
OK, Professor David Dunn, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you so much, as always, for joining us on the programme.
A pleasure.